Can you hear me now? I have a little dot. Did it work? Oh, hallelujah. All right. So there you go, guys. Lesson in patience for me this morning. I just was talking to myself for like 5 freaking minutes. I didn't even notice that my little audio thing was not picking up. So I have no idea what happened. I had a glitch. Yes, Mercury retrograde. So let's try this again. It did, however, give you guys a little bit of time to show up, right? Remember, we are creators, not reactors, all right? So I could be totally pissed about the fact that you guys missed my 5-minute spiel of awesomeness, but instead, I guess I get the chance to restate it again better than I did the first time. And there is the lesson, right? This is exactly what we've been talking about. Sometimes this process is hard. Sometimes this process is literally going to shit in our lap and we're going to have to clean it up with a smile on our face. But remember, it's only doing it for our own good. All right. So thank you for those of you who have show up for me, for this channel, for each other. And remember to continue to keep love in your heart, no matter how dark it looks outside of you. Okay. Patience is definitely a big lesson. And it's a difficult one for us, but we're being asked to hold that space open for all the new abundance that's coming in. Okay. So all that fantastic clearing that you guys have been doing lately, you've done a good job. All right. Now your job is to hold that space open. Okay. The universe is bringing us really, really big things. Okay. And if you cram that space full of mediocre bullshit, like we usually do, instead of holding space for what's coming, you might miss out on something that's better than you ever dreamed. Okay. Right? Oh my goodness. Okay. So again, I could get pissed off about the fact that I just ranted. I didn't really rant, but I just had this awesome speech and none of you heard it. Or I can laugh it off and we can start over, right? So I'm not going to be pulling a lot of cards today, but I do have a lot of discussion I want to have with all of you. So hopefully you will join me in the chat and we can go back and forth on this. This time period from this last full moon until the coming new moon on the 25th of September is going to be huge. Okay. A lot of us have already gone through a lot of the clearing. But there is still going to be some things that are triggered. All right. It's really easy to deal with all of the things that you see, but it is the unseen things that are being triggered the most right now. So I know it's hard, but try not to bite other people's heads off because all they are is pointing you in the direction of where you still have work. Okay. Remember, all the people around you are either there as a lesson or as an example. Okay. But the universe sends you nothing but angels. Okay. So treat them accordingly. Even the shitty ones. Okay. Because those shitty ones show you what you're no longer willing to accept. Okay. And in that way, it's easier for you to make the correct decisions to keep you in your highest aspect. All right. Indeed, Angel, stay in your lane, hand out the hugs. But a lot of you, because of your own empathic abilities, are going to be approached by people too, who are waking up and who are scared and who have no idea what the fuck is going on because they've suddenly become conscious of the things that are going on. All right. And it's your job to hold their hand and tell them it's okay. as they start to level up too. Just because you've reached a higher vibration doesn't mean you don't have to sometimes step in the dog shit and then wash it off your shoe. We just get better at it, right? It's easier to just go, oh my God, I can't believe that happened, and move on, just like we did with the audio this morning, okay? Sometimes that's going to be easier said than done, right? Sometimes it does remind you to go the other way if you see it coming, okay? More often than not, though, we step in the dog shit because we didn't know it was there to begin with. Hence the washing it off and moving on. And then you'll watch where you step a little bit more carefully, right? And it's the same thing in your dealings with other humans and technology. And because it is Mercury retrograde, things might get south a lot faster than they did before. Indeed. Wash it off and move on, right? That's one of the best things about being human. We're washable in every way. Okay. Right now, we're being asked to give ourselves a little soul wash. So the only cards I'm going to pick today are going to be crystal cards, right? And I'm going to edit this after we're done and cut out the part where I was sitting there talking to myself just to make it a little bit easier to watch for other people. But those of you who showed up got that lesson firsthand, right? And that's how it is when we show up for everything. You get the lesson firsthand and you don't have to live vicariously through other people, okay? You guys are the front runners, right? There's a reason we're the first wave because we know how to figure this shit out on our own and we don't need somebody to hold our hand while we do it. But other people are going to, and that's going to be your job. You can take it up with the honor and gratitude that it is, or you can piss and moan and kick and scream. Either way, you're going to be either a lesson in someone else's awakening or an example, okay? Try to make it an example and try to do it by not shaming other people, okay? I'm seeing that a lot, and it's really kind of shitty and shows people's personal trauma when you're shaming someone else into doing their own personal work. Your job is not to shame someone. Your job is to love them and make them feel safe so that they can level up on their own. So shaming people by your example is definitely not leveled up. Right? There is no shame in this game. All right? We all came from humble beginnings, and to humble beginnings we will return. So don't hop on your high horse because you'll get knocked off it real fucking quick. All right. We got a lot of blue stones. Blue tiger's eye is the first one. Okay. This is just like a regular tiger's eye, but it has a blue streak through it. Okay. We actually have 3 blue stones and 1 green, which tells me we are definitely trying to move into that peaceful place inside of ourselves so that we can access that abundance that's coming. All right. Celestite is our second card. Okay. This helps us to feel more serene and calm. The blue tiger's eye helps us to calm our mental chatter. Blue lace agate is the next one. This is one of my favorite stones. I love this one. This helps us to read between the lines of what's going on and speak the truth. It also helps us to become better listeners too as well. And that's going to be really important when you're helping other people through this or just helping yourself through it. Make sure you're listening to your soul, right? And green tourmaline is our last one. And this helps us to access that unlimited wealth, to believe in it, and that success is available for all of us. Okay. This helps us to realize that there is an infinite supply available. There is no lack. And then it magnetizes it to us. Okay. Not to mention, it's really fucking awesome stone. Right. So there is our stones today. Also, there's something in the rectangular shape. It could be just that we are working from all angles, right? Remember to keep access to all available energy, all right? And then the watermelon tourmaline is on the bottom, which is literally my favorite stone ever. This helps us to open our heart to love, right? This helps us to feel that unconditional love and support that is available to us. And it also helps us to bridge the spiritual connection between heaven or our higher aspect and our physical embodied self here on earth. Okay. It also can increase romance too, for those of you looking for a little bit of that action. All right. So we got great stones today. I love that. Work with them, sit with them, dream with them. Remember to get your feet out in the grass. Ground yourself. Stay mindful of your thoughts, words, and deeds right now, because they're manifesting faster than ever. All right. And it's very, very, very easy right now for us to get sucked back to places we don't want to go because of the things that are being triggered in us. So make sure you're pausing, even though something may look the same as it did before in the before time. It may only look like it did before. That may not actually be the situation now, which is why we're being given the opportunity to look at it again from a different angle, with a different perspective, and a creationary attitude instead of a reactionary one, right? Remember, the only difference between creating and reacting is the arrangement of the letters. Okay, otherwise they're the exact same word. So look at things from every angle before you make any decisions right now, and be patient with yourself, especially. But be patient with those people who are not aware. Once upon a time, you were not either, and neither was I. And it's really easy to put myself back in that position of being scared and uncertain and wondering what the fuck is going on. And a lot of people are there right now, and that is magnifying it tenfold. All right. Try not to contribute to the madness. Instead, be the shining light that you are. That's why you did the work. So you could be here in this moment, being the example and loving the people who need you to love them. They'll show up. All right. Good morning, Kiki. I actually wasn't going to do this live today, but I reminded myself that I made a commitment, and then it's my job to show up and be that example. So here I am, showing up, even though I'm exhausted and I'm tired. And honestly, I'm a little bit at loose ends myself. Okay. All of us are going through this right now. So I have to be patient with me too. So I made myself a big fat coffee in my favorite cup. And I decided to tune in to my favorite people. You guys here. Do you realize it's almost been 4 years since we started this channel? And some of you have been with me from the very beginning. And I cannot express how grateful I am for each and every one of your beautiful souls. I would not be at the place I am now without your love and support. And I want you to know you are what makes my world go round. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, my loves. Ditto. So, how about we pull one for fun? We'll pull out the Affirmatorius deck. We'll get 3 cards as a reminder and an affirmation for ourselves today of what we already know, right? Bridget! Oh, it's good to see you, babe. How are you? I've missed you. I know life's rough, but I'm glad you tuned in this morning. All right, babies. What do we got? Of course, not 3, 5. All right, it is what it is, right? Don't argue with the universe. So our first card for today is Divine Timing. I know you guys can't see this very well because for some reason, my brand new camera has crappy job focusing. Okay, well, you get the idea with the picture, right? Everything is timing and timing is everything. Gladly, we release our concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. We're going to trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. And sometimes it can take a long time to reach divine middle management, right? Patience, divine timing, all right? Remember that sometimes the things that you want may take a little bit to show up. But as long as you can keep that space open for it to show up, it always will. Our next card is options, right? Because we are given nothing but options. We constantly have options. We can choose to react how we always have, or we can choose to create again anew in that grandest vision of who and what we are and what we want to become. All right. And as we open to the abundant possibilities of our life's path, we're going to be reminded that we always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and we allow ourselves to choose whatever makes us happiest without limiting thoughts like you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. Because who the fuck said so? Right? If it makes you happy and doesn't hurt anyone, do it. The universe is giving you permission. But remember to keep that in mind. Harm none, do what thou wilt. Because if you harm someone else in getting what you want, that karma is going to return to you tenfold. And it's going to hit you like a freight train coming out of nowhere. All right? Quick, fast, and painful. And nobody needs that. Confidence. Be confident in the fact that you know the way. Okay? You know how to create your own existence. You've done it a million times. Now you're just being asked to do it consistently. All right? Thought, word, deed, belief. All right? Because in this moment, we're going to take a step back and look at ourselves with the pride of a good mother. We see abundance of abilities and talents that show up all the time in big and little ways. In fact, if we could stick ourselves on a refrigerator, we would. And we'd invite all the neighbors over and say, look at that. Can you believe what an A+ that is, right? So here's the thing, guys. If you can't toot your own horn a little bit about the awesome things that you're doing, how do you expect other people to know and cheer with you, right? Because we're not asking people to cheer for us anymore. We know we're amazing. But it is nice to have people cheer with you. So try not to shut your light off. Don't hide it under that bushel, okay? Show it off. but do it with a little bit of humbleness. All right? Letting go. Here we are, dropping off all that baggage that has no place in our coming world. All right? All that emotional baggage is dropping right, left, and center. Your job is to keep walking and not turn around and pick it up. Because we don't dwell on bad things that happened anymore. We're going to let them go because we have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges are not a great look. And they're not. There's no place for that in our new reality. If something's not working for you, drop it and leave it alone. It'll either level up and come find you again, or it'll stay there. But don't you dare drop your level to go back and pick it up. That's just not okay. And you're better than that. Which leaves us with our final card, our bonus, strength. Because you can do hard things. Because we love you. And you love you. And Source loves you. You're not alone. We're all doing this together. We may not all be able to hold hands physically, but thanks to this awesome technology that we've all been given, we can do it etherically. We can do it energetically, right? So you are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are, because you're guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know of mythology, probably with great hair and a six-pack. If that's what you want, right? As a clarifier for our bonus card, we're just going to pick up the deck and look at the very bottom card. And that is going to be our final message for today. And it is joy. Remember, to enjoy something, we simply need to add joy to it. Because joy is like butter. We can put it on anything and it'll make it way better. Today, we're going to add joy to everything. We're really going to slather it on because today you are the Orville Redenbacher of joy. And life's popcorn is about to get it, right? Free up that space. That anger is too heavy to carry anymore. That sadness is too heavy to carry anymore. How can you hold more joy if you're still carrying all of the pain of your past, present, into your future? You can't. So if you want something different to happen, you first must let go of some of that. And you need to stop revisiting it. Because every time you revisit an old trauma, your mind doesn't know any better. And your body doesn't know any better either. And it thinks it's happening all over again. And you just keep compounding that trauma. Let it go. Write it down and burn it. Bury it and plant sunflowers on top of it. Let it fertilize the beauty that is going to be your future self. And then watch it grow. And watch it grow in other people too, by your example. Because you are all shining lights of amazing. And I can never tell you how grateful I am for each and every one of you. So go out, be good, and be good at it. I know I love you beyond measure. And I'll be back tomorrow morning. And we'll all convene again and level up even more. Bye, everybody. I love you.